What's going on, guys? Welcome back. This is Cirque Sketch Project, episode 11. Before we get started, I would like to thank all new subscribers. I truly appreciate the support. As you may have noticed, we have a brand new intro. For a while now, I've been having ideas for my own trademark, and that is what I came up with. Anyway, guys, I hope you like it. And without further ado, let's begin. So as we continue on with the story, in this next panel, the scene brings us back to Liana. In this scene, I'm going to illustrate her facial reaction. As you can see, she has a look of fear and dread in her eyes. That is because she can't do anything to help out her teammates. On the last panel, she was knocked out, still trying to recover from that injury. And like I said on the last video, somebody is going to get hurt really bad on this episode. I'll give you guys a hint, he is big and he's got a gun arm. Although I shouldn't probably be identifying it as a he, because it doesn't have a gender. It's a golem. We're gonna get to that in a little bit, but in the meantime, let's focus on Liana. So just to get everyone back to speed, for those of you who just recently joined us, this current comic panel that we are working on, we are in the middle of a fight between the 4 Mystic Slayers and the main protagonist. At this moment, Liana is screaming to one of her teammates for an incoming attack. She is the only one who can keep up with the speed and agility of their opponent. This is because of her Manonangal traits. But there is a problem. Just because she can keep up with his movements, it doesn't mean that her body can do the same. That is the reason why she was knocked out in the beginning of the fight. She did saw the attack coming, but she could not react fast enough to dodge it. On the upside, one of her traits as a Mananangal is fast healing. Normally, she would instantly heal as soon as she has taken damage, but the blow that she received on the back of her head caused her healing factor to dwindle. Okay, so moving forward, now we focus on the next panel. So for this one, I am going to illustrate the main protagonist of the story. As I've said on the last episode, his name is Ezekiel. And yes, you can call him Izzy for short. His bloodline lineage hails from the most feared ancient race in this world of mystics, and that is the Aswang tribe. Going back to this panel, Ezekiel, or Izzy, is on a rampage. And the reason is quite obvious. The 4 Mystic Slayers are hunting him down, backing him into a corner. And so his primal instinct for survival is unleashed. The blood of the ancient Aswang that sleeps dormant inside of him is awakened. This significant power boost enables him to outmatch any opponent, mainly because of his enhanced strength, speed, and agility. When it comes to hand-to-hand combat, combined with a reckless abandon caused by the Berserker mode. In this state or form, he is almost invincible. Those who dare to enter his territory abandon all hope, for only a sacred artifact can stop him in his carnage. To elaborate on this artifact, or to put it simply, it is a weapon endowed with great powers that is bestowed to a clan of mystic slayers by the 4 deities that govern the realm of existence, one of which I have introduced in Liana's origin story, whom I've given the name the Sky Monarch. So just to give you guys a quick little peek on Ezekiel's past, this would be the short version of his origins. So to begin with, he was once a leader of a faction known as the Renegades. They are a group of mystics and monsters from different clans that banded together and became a group of mercenaries. And so the events that follow, 2 days before the War of the Mystics, Ezekiel and his faction was sent to recover a stolen weapon deep in the Far East region. But little did they know this was a setup, and everyone in that group was either slain or captured. Some have escaped, but the unfortunate ones, they all got thrown into the well of lost souls, causing their memories to fade and their souls stolen. And Ezekiel is one of those unfortunate ones. And seeing as how he is the main hero of the story, we will dabble more on his origins more than anybody else's on the later episodes. Going back into this fight scene that is currently happening. If you watched the last episode, Ezekiel have jumped behind him unnoticed. Or should I say it was too late for them to realize. Ezekiel's enhanced speed and agility allows him to almost instantly appear to one corner of the battlefield to the next. This unique genetic ability is passed down only in the bloodline of the Aswang tribe. Due to generations of being hunted by humans, they instinctively developed this trait, and it was perfected through evolution in order to survive the genocide of their race. Now moving on to the next panel. Here I'm going to illustrate the main event of this episode. So in this panel, Ezekiel has landed an earth-shattering dropkick right on top of the golem. The sudden shock and realization of this attack has confused and paralyzed him, allowing Ezekiel to use the full force of his strength and crack open the outer shell of this golem. As you can see, Ezekiel is still covered in his aura, and as I mentioned in the last episode, this protects him from any bodily harm. There are many ways to use this aura in a defensive stance, but seeing as how Ezekiel has regressed into his berserker mode, he is using it more as an offensive stance, therefore unlocking one of its limitless potential, making him the perfect combatant against multiple adversaries. Now, let's turn our attention to the golem. I designed this character to literally look just like a walking tank, with an enormous upper body and a set of humanoid cybernetic arms and legs. His full body reconstruction has an intent and purpose of intimidating any monster or mystic he comes across, for them to either surrender or die. What's interesting about this golem is that he was once a member of Ezekiel's faction. With that said, here's a little teaser story on the next episode I'm planning to work on for the golem's origins. It begins after he was subjugated by his human captors. The golem was used as a slave to mine minerals in deep dungeness caverns, minerals the humans needed to supply and advance their tech. After a while, after all the resources had been exhausted and they couldn't find a use for the golem, they decided to kill him. But before this happened, a scientist that goes by the name Professor Edward Legaspi has requested for the golem to be transferred in his facility. After some time has passed, and after all the multiple cybernetic body modifications and enhancements, with an additional genetic reconstruction and implants, Professor Legaspi and his fellow scientists has succeeded in producing the first prototype for a cybernetically enhanced golem, fully automated and under human control, designed to be the perfect killing machine, specifically programmed to destroy any manner of mystical creatures and monsters. But before the humans were able to use him on his first mission, former members from the renegade faction, whom had escaped from that tragic incident, came and rescued the golem, brought back to their faction, and immediately he was treated in their facility, and their own scientists reprogrammed his AI, combined with mystic magics, for the golem to reclaim his natural sanity. So going back to this panel, I am illustrating the golem's late and sudden reaction. Pain is a sensation that is never felt by any golem. But as you can see, the facial reaction tells otherwise. To explain this unnatural phenomena, we turn back on Ezekiel once again. As I've said before, his aura has unlimited potential when used offensively. As of this moment, as Ezekiel bears down on the golem's back, it's almost as if Ezekiel's aura has turned into a hyper-intensified drill, and is able to penetrate all manner of defense his opponent has, both in physical form and spiritual energy. To explain further, in this situation, the golem shows a significant amount of damage taken, but at the same time, the soul that is encased inside the golem, also known as the golem's life force, has been raptured due to Ezekiel's aura, which for a golem is 10 times more painful than any physical injuries. As you may have noticed, its 4 cybernetic eyes nearly popped because of the pressure bearing down on its back. Slack-jawed and confused, the golem was too slow to react. But as a golem, by sheer will of force, it endured the pain and stand firm as a line of defense for the other teammates. And so this single act of selfless sacrifice allowed the others to prepare their tactic in order to subdue Ezekiel. So moving on to the last panel, so here we are on the aftermath and the final conclusion of this episode. As you already noticed, the golem has been brought down to his knees after enduring such an agonizing pain. It can barely move, let alone defend itself. The smoke that is fluttering out of the golem's back are cybernetic implants that are severely damaged, and it's causing a major malfunction in its cybernetic drive. Ezekiel now stands on top, taking a moment and showing his pride and dominance over his opponents. So we're going to end the storytelling there for now, and the remaining time we have, I will explain what is the future for Cirque Sketch Project. The first thing I want to say is I want to apologize for the late upload. Mainly the reason is I had to go back to work right after New Year's. Didn't have a lot of time to work on the video, but the whole time I was doing a bunch of sketches and coming out with ideas, and that is that. So it's really nothing to worry about. I'm still going to continue on making the Cirque Sketch Project episode. The only thing that's going to be different is the upload times, because like I said, I'm back at work, so it's going to take me some time to make the next one. So just a little patience, guys. We'll get there. Again, I want to thank everybody who subscribed to this channel. If you haven't subscribed already, please go ahead and click on that button. And if you want to see the latest uploads, just click on the bell button. And don't forget to leave a like if you like the video. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Later, guys.